couple things, and one, I just want to compliment Penny and the volunteers in the kitchen for producing a really nice meal today. Did you want to make a remark?
So glad to see you guys back in here. How do you guys feel? Happy? Yeah, we're all glad to be back too. Hope you enjoyed lunch. It was a little challenging for me today. It's been a couple of years cooking, so I hope you guys really enjoyed it. And thanks for coming out. We'll see you all maybe tomorrow. Yep.
By the way, I can't tell you what's for lunch tomorrow, but I can tell you it's going to be really good. That's all I'm going to say about it. I'll make sure I'm here for it. Anyway, I said I was going to talk about the lunch program at the annual meeting, and I'm going to hold to that. So I won't go into any more details right at the moment. You may have remembered that, over the past several months in our newsletter that we were asking for people to submit names for our dining area. And we have a winner. And it's a really good one. Erna Geiger came up with the name, the What's for Lunch Cafe. And because of that, we were so impressed that we've got a coffee cup with Erna's name on it. Now, the rest of the story is we've had this in storage for 26 months now. But I'm going to give it back to her as a gift along with a voucher for a bunch of lunches. Is that fair? So don't stand up. I'm going to deliver this to you and just say thank you very much for coming up with a really good name, and it's very fitting right now. The What's for Lunch Cafe. Okay, and in the past we had a tradition where I would get up and tell a few jokes, okay? Well, I don't want to break that tradition. And oh, by the way, it has been over 2 years, so you're not going to remember any of these anyway, because I know I've used them in the past. I dumped out my box of jokes and I'm starting over, okay? This is called Old Friends. Two elderly ladies had been friends for many decades. Over the years, they had shared all kinds of activities and adventures. Lately, their activities had been limited to meeting a few times a week to play cards. And one day they were playing cards when one looked at the other and said, "Now, don't get mad at me. I know we've been friends for a long time, but I just can't think of your name. I've thought and thought, but I can't remember your name. Please tell me what your name is." And her friend glared at her. For at least 3 minutes, she just stared and glared. Finally, she said, "Well, how soon do you need to know?" And here's another one. As a senior citizen was driving down the motorway, his car phone rang. Answering, he heard his wife's voice urgently warning him, "Vernon, I just heard on the news that there's a car going the wrong way on I-25. Would you please be careful?" "Hell," said Vernon, "it's not just one car, it's hundreds of them." Okay, I got to do one more. Three's a charm. Two elderly women were out driving in a large car. Both could barely see over the dashboard. As they were cruising along, they came to a major crossroad. And the stoplight was red, but they just went on through. The woman in the passenger seat thought to herself, "I must be losing it. I could have sworn we just went through a red light." After a few more minutes, they came to another major junction, and the light was red again, and again they went right through the red light. The woman in the passenger seat was almost sure that the light had been red, but was really concerned that she was losing it, and she was getting very nervous. At the next junction, sure enough, the light was red. They went on through. So she turned to the other woman and said, "Mildred, did you know that we just ran through 3 red lights in a row? You could have killed us both." And Mildred turned to her and said, "Oh, am I driving?" I hate to pick on seniors, but you know what? They're senior jokes. We're all seniors. We can laugh. So again, I want to welcome everybody back. This is a really, really good feeling to have people out here and doing the things we used to do. And I know we've got a lot of major changes going on. I just, one of the things that I'm very proud of is that Penny has all volunteers now in the kitchen. And we have some great volunteers. I got Jay here today. I got Ed back here. We got Carol. Diane's here, right? We have a bunch, and then, of course, the people that helped us get everybody checked in, up front, and Phyllis and Linda and Rosalie, and, it's just a real pleasure to have a lot of folks we can depend on to make this all work. Okay, thank you very much, and hopefully we'll see a lot of you tomorrow. It's Friday, and it's the Friday before Father's Day, and it's all good. Okay.
Well, it's been neat to see lots of friends today at the Wenatchee Valley Senior Center. The meal was excellent. Kudos to Penny the cook and all the people supporting the meal today. It's wonderful, and it makes me think of when we had this dream to build this building back I don't know how many years ago. Well, I'm just looking around, and most people haven't changed that much in 2 years, but some of us have, and that doesn't pain me. I mean, that's just part of life. But I'm looking forward to coming back here on a more regular basis than before. Oh, it was spaghetti with mushrooms and hamburger, and then noodles, and what's kind of salad and mandarin oranges. So it was ample, just a perfect size meal.